Are you a business owner trying to figure out how you're going to explode your business, but you don't want to have to be the one doing all the work? That's exactly what we're going to cover with Kyle Rogers today. So check this out. Hello, my fellow Ripplers. This is Chris Miles, your cash flow expert and anti-financial advisor. This show is for those of you that work so hard for your money and you're now ready for your money to start working harder for you today. You want that freedom of cash flow right now, not 30 or 40 million years from now when you're old and gray, but you want it today so you can live that life that you love right now with those that you love. But most importantly, guys, I know it's not just about getting rich, because as you're blessed financially, you can live a rich life. You can bless the lives of others by creating a ripple effect through their lives. And that's exactly what I'm here to do for you as well. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for allowing me to create that ripple effect. And of course, once again, guys, thank you so much for being such faithful listeners. I know that you guys have been hanging in there with us, listening to literally hundreds of episodes as we're now approaching almost episode 900. So thank you so much for being faithful listeners. Hey guys, if you love this show, please give us a shout out, give us a rating on Apple Podcasts, or even just click like on our YouTube channel if you're watching the video. Show us some love. We'd love to have that from you. All right, guys. So I'm bringing on Kyle Rogers here. So if you've been kind of wondering, like, hey, well, how do I actually grow my business better? But I don't have to be the one just hustling day in, day out, 120 hours a week. You don't have to be all Gary V about it. You can actually do this without killing yourself. Well, that's exactly what Kyle Rogers focuses on when he deals with JVs and collaborations. And so I wanted to bring him on today, talk about how do you really accomplish that? How do you actually have that in business where you're not having to be the slave to your own business? You can actually have something that you love to do in your business and not have to be chasing after growing your business over and over and over again. So Kyle, welcome here.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, brother. I appreciate it. I'm super stoked to be here and just bring the fire. And joint ventures, cross promotions, collaborations, that's something that we share in common. When I interviewed you, you were telling me, that's something that you appreciate as
Mhm.
well. So you definitely see value in it. And I think many people see value in it. The problem is they don't have the bandwidth to truly do it. They're like, yeah, it sounds good. It worked for somebody else. I don't know if it's going to work for me. I just don't have time to go and find influencers and platform owners and reach out to them and build a relationship, and then maybe they'll promote me. So people
Yeah.
never go down that road because they have a lot of beliefs about the limitations of it. I'm here to show you how you don't have to have any limitations. It can be seamless, it can be hands off, and you can make cool relationships, make friends, and get leads and sales while you're at it.
Well, I love about your system too, is you don't have to hire a full-time person just to be responsible of all that, like we have, which is great, but you don't have to hire a full-time person and they only get paid when you get paid, which I love. I kind of love your strategy that way, don't they?
Yeah, appreciate it, man. It's commission only, 10% commission to the appointment setter. That leaves you 10% commission to pay to a high ticket closer. Now, with appointment setters, it's kind of become a bad name inside the space, right?
Mhm.
A lot of people, it
Yeah.
seems like a curse word because they're like, I get 10 cold DMs a day and I hate it. So that's something we stand against, guys. It's something that we absolutely oppose and we don't believe in. We'd like to eliminate from the marketplace and make it more relationship driven, make it more collaboration based, because you don't need to spam. All you got to do is make friends, make relationships, and then cross promote. And you can have as many leads as you like. If somebody, they love what you do, they love your story, and they want to give you a platform to tell that story, you can get floods of leads like that.
Yeah. Well, and how do you do it in a way that doesn't, like you said, like it doesn't come off spammy? I know some people think, oh, I just use AI. I don't need people anymore. But we all see through it, right? Like I know you and I kind of did a vent session on you recently where I'm like, man, like I hate it when people hit me in the DMs all the time, and it's always pitching something. I don't even know who they are pitching me stuff, right?
Yeah.
How does somebody do it the right way?
Yeah. So the thing is, you have to be authentic. You have to
Yeah.
actually care about the person. You have to truly be interested.
Well, that's a
There's a
shocker.
Yeah, like it's if you want to be interesting and magnetic, a lot of people, how do I become interesting? How do I become
Mhm.
magnetic? Well, it's simple. Stop thinking about you and start thinking about them. Because if
Yeah.
you're interested and you care about them and you want to hear their story, they're going to feel drawn to you. So if you want to be interesting, be interested.
Mm. Great, great point. Well, and what do you see are like some of the common mistakes when you're seeing what business owners are doing, whether they're doing it or not? Like, because you said some of them are just overwhelmed. What are you commonly seeing out there right now?
What am I commonly seeing in the DMs? Is that what you're talking about?
It could be either DMs or even just in the collaboration or joint venture space. Like, what are entrepreneurs typically doing wrong?
Yeah. So DMs, like you go to a Facebook group and you do the classic DM and you're sitting there spamming, like everybody knows not to do that. But here's the new spam. A lot of people don't know that there's a new kind of spam, and that's giving value that wasn't asked for. So if you
Hmm.
go into a group and you start doing posts and preaching at everybody, I don't even know who this guy. You just joined yesterday, and you're trying to do value posts. You're just reaching out. You're trying to push a script in somebody's face. That's the new
Hmm.
spam, guys. That's not valuable. It's not. It's not helpful. What people really want is a platform. They want to be able to get their message out, and you can provide that for them, even if you don't have an audience. When I first got started, I had no audience. And I'm like, who's going to cross promote with me? I don't have an audience to offer.
Hmm.
But I decided to get over that one day. And we got Joe McCall, my setter, and I got Joe McCall
Hmm.
to agree to doing a swap. And no, Joe McCall, he's a Two Comma Club award winner, has a massive podcast, does cool stuff in real estate. And I was like, man, I can't believe this guy said yes to me. This is crazy.
Hmm.
And the way that we got him to say yes was, look, Joe, we love your stuff. We love what you do. We don't have an audience yet,
Hmm.
but we have a network. We know some high level people that we think would like what you do with the lease options. Would you be down to come on and do an interview and we'll send it to the people we know?
Mm.
So we didn't come asking to be on his show. We didn't come asking for a webinar swap or something like that. We didn't ask for an interview swap. I offered to interview him. I want to
Mm.
edify you. I want to promote you. So start with giving. Be interested, learn about who they are, follow them for a bit, engage on their stuff, have a personal, genuine conversation, offer to promote them. You do those elements, that's a recipe for explosion.
That's an interesting way to look at it because, like you said, it's hard to try to reach out to someone that's an influencer like Joe McCall. We've had him on the podcast once or twice. And I mean, the guy is a busy guy. Like I know him personally. I mean,
Yeah.
the guy is not, it's not like he just, it's like, oh, I got all the time in the world. Sure, let's do this. But the fact that you said, not only one, you're just upfront, you're honest with them. You just said, hey, we don't really have an audience, but I do know some people that are centers of influence that I could refer you to. So you're being, I like it because you're being candid and honest in that sense. It wasn't like, I've got nothing to offer you. Hope you want to come on.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And a lot of times they reciprocate because you give them that space, they tell their
Yeah.
story, you build rapport through the process. For him, he offered me. He's like, "Hey, want to come on, be on my podcast?" And
Hmm.
then he started after. So we started with the interview, and then after that, he started to promote my offer. And I had something low ticket back then. It was like the software that auto posted, $300 per month. And we did $75,000 with that offer because Joe was sitting there pushing it out for us.
That's a great way to start your company, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a good start. And nothing else we were doing was working, so we decided just to laser focus on that and nothing else.
Yeah.
So in 3 years, we've done 2.5 million with no paid ads. Paid ads are awesome. I have nothing against paid ads, but you don't have to do it in the beginning, and
Yeah.
you can get pretty far without them.
Yeah. And as I mentioned you off the air, paid ads, I mean, they're getting harder and harder all the time. It's not an
Yeah,
easy space to play in. If you've been following this podcast, you're probably looking for great ways to create passive income right now, right? Well, we got you covered here with Central Lending. Central Lending specializes in alternative investments that actually are designed to create steady returns and long-term financial security for you and your family. Now, they prioritize transparency. They love, building those strong relationships, giving you that confidence and peace of mind, knowing that you have your money working harder for you, so you don't have to work so hard for that money. You want to learn more how to do that? Go to centrallending.com and check out what they've got today to create your passive income and wealth creation right now.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Cost per acquisition is way, way up. So there's somebody else that has already paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in ads. Just plug into their network, and they'll promote you, and then boom, you get sales that way. It's like easier said than done, right? A lot of people
Yeah.
just don't have time. That's where the setters come into play. You find
Mm.
setters from groups, high ticket closer groups, appointment setter groups. Most people are offering them to be cold DM setters. They hate it. They've done cold DMs for other people. So if you come in with a fresh perspective and you're like, no, I'm looking for a rock star, somebody who's sharp that can be a JV manager for me, and that's where you're going to get
Mm.
all your leads. Now you can attract somebody quality.
Right. Well, and if it's commission only, usually you only get the people that do one, either they're very confident in what they do, and then two, they're probably good too, right? Like they know that they have this unlimited ceiling and they want commissions, like they want to be tested.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's all leverage.
Yeah. What what do you see like would be like with the collaboration and everything? Like what makes somebody more attractive to do a collaboration? Like what could someone do to show or add that value? Maybe they don't have a podcast, for example. What else could they be doing that maybe would want people to want to work with them?
So if you don't know somebody, then and you just reach out to them cold, they're probably not going to respond. So engage on their stuff for a bit.
Mm,
So if you like buy their course, right? Buy their course, get into their network, get into their communities, engage on their stuff. If you don't have money to buy courses in the beginning, that's fine. But just go engage on their stuff. Show them that you're interested, and do that for a week or two. Then when you add them as a friend and message them, talk to them about what they do. Mention a post. If it's personalized, that's going to work better. Hey, I saw your post about energetic abundance. That's awesome. Tell me more about that. Do you help people with their energy? And they're like, yeah, and they get them talking, and then from there you can offer to promote them. If you don't have an audience, what really helps is if you name drop. If you've done an interview with
mm,
somebody before, or you're in somebody's mastermind and you got to know them, you can name drop in order to say, hey, look, I don't have an audience yet, but I just did an interview with such and such. I'd love to have you on too, and push these out to my friends, push these out to my people. Or I'm in such and such's mastermind and I'm getting to know a lot of people in there. Right now I'm doing interviews and pushing it out to my friends. Would you be down to come in?
yeah. You actually help people set this kind of thing up, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's my thing. Yep.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking about it like, well, okay, I could try to reach out to all these people, but who's got the time for that? I mean, you want to have the time, of course, but there's so many
Yeah.
things that pull you as a business owner. So do you already have like a ready-made network or people that can help accomplish this kind of thing on the back end?
So I've got everything from done with you, where I'm going to build it out with you and do a lot of the stuff for you, or that I have all the way up to the highest levels, which is completely done for you, almost stepping in like a partner and just taking you out of that.
Taking out that role, so to speak, right?
Yeah, you be the face, you be the celebrity for your business. You do the branding, you provide impact for your clients, but you don't have to worry about lead gen, you don't have to worry
Mhm.
about traffic, you don't have to worry about setters or closers, none of
Oh, it sounds horrible.
that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what we
What?
do for people, and I'm down just to give for free, man. Alex Hermosi talks about this in $100 million leads. He said,
Yeah.
just give everything for free, and that's how you build this massive referral network. So that's how we get a lot of our deals now is all through word of mouth. I'll have free sessions with people, and if you guys want to connect with me, I'll sit down with you, just give you a free session. All I ask in return is introductions. That's it.
Yeah. I know you do that from my CMO and I as well, and very generous with your time for sure. So,
Yeah,
what's the
appreciate
best
that.
way for them if they want to reach out to you to do that? What's the best way they can?
So Kyle Rogers with the D on Facebook. If you guys are watching this on Facebook, can we have them comment below, and then I can connect with them?
Well, this is actually put out on YouTube as well as on Apple Podcasts, so they probably won't connect to Facebook here. Although we'll post it
Makes
too.
sense.
But
Okay. So scalesalesteams.com. Scalesalesteams.com. That's my website. My website is dedicated to a collaboration script. That's all you'll find there.
hmm,
You go to my website and it's a free script so that you can land your own collaborations and cross promotions.
cool. And we'll put that in our show notes too. So if they're like, hey, I didn't quite catch that, don't worry, we got you guys. We'll put that in the comments in the show notes there. No pressure for our team. Make sure they actually do put it in the show notes, right?
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you having me here, brother. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Well, last question. We ask everybody this question on our podcast here. And obviously, it's the Money Ripples podcast, and that's about creating that ripple effect through people's lives. And what are you really here to do on this planet and that kind of thing? What do you see as your ripple effect, Kyle?
So my ripple effect is energy, showing people how to have the ability to influence others in a positive way that's beneficial in a collaborative mindset, right? So if you are creating influence within your own little sphere, your own audience, it only goes so far. But
Hmm.
if you want to have influence that expands out to the masses, then you have to create a movement.
Yes.
You have to understand how to talk to people. You have to understand how to connect with people, how to build relationships. So I grew up in sales. I've been in direct sales for 14 years now. A lot of that being the door to door space.
Hmm.
I've gotten really into energetic and and spiritual stuff, and I tie a lot of that stuff to sales, and I look at
Mm,
sales as an energetic thing, and I want
very.
people to start to shift from the old school car salesman like Grant Cardone, hardcore closing, to more of an energetic and resonant method to where you're connecting with the person on a deep level and you're getting on their side as opposed to trying to sell them or twist their arm. So that's
Yeah,
my purpose, is to help people sell in a different way.
I love it. That totally makes sense, man. And I like it too because it is very energetic and there's a really a spiritual thing behind it versus just a business aspect too. So I love that angle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Kyle, appreciate your time today on our show. Like it was very valuable. I know it's this one, two, three, boom, boom, boom. We're just hitting it hard, but I know people get a lot of value from this.
Yes. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Hope you guys got value from it, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the other side.
Yep. So, guys, you can listen to these podcasts all day long, but if you're not actually doing something with the information you're given, if you're not actually taking the action step from this, guys, this just falls on deaf ears. Nothing changes in your life. If you want your life to change, you have to change by taking different action right now. So, go and make it a wonderful and prosperous week. And we'll see you later.